What's up, guys? We're back again with the best deck to turn off your brain and take your opponent's towers. Golem Clone is back, baby, and it's better than ever. After the giant skeleton nerf, a lot of people are going to be struggling to defend. If you get a gigantic push rolling, you can 3-crown in under 50 seconds. It just doesn't feel fair when you can go completely all in with your Golem Night Witch, get it all raged out by the Lumberjack, and defend with bats and skeleton armies for massive positive elixir trades. And a ton of the meta is running fast cycle decks with Rocket, Fireball, or Earthquake. This new meta is Golem's time to shine. So let's go jump straight some games, dine on our opponent's towers, and assert dominance. Subscribe to the channel for a video every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern. A whole lot of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. All right, we got a game against burry. What's up, dude? We're ready to bury you alive in the swarm of cloned up crap. I'm going to go Golem in the back, and I never do this with my other Golem decks, but I feel free right now. I feel like I can do whatever I want, and I know that I'm just going to defend with a skeleton army or bats and then completely all in you in the other side. This is Golem Clone at its finest. We're going to let the skeleton dragons lock onto our tower too, and then I'm just going to go in for a skeleton army afterwards so then we don't get 3-crowned. Sometimes with Golem Clone, your just mission is to only not get 3-crowned, which is kind of ridiculous, and that's what we're trying to accomplish here. So I'm going to go for bats afterward, I think, or... I think I go for Lumberjack, honestly, and then I go Bats, because I don't think the mini packet does enough damage. And the Golem's going to explode and finish everything off. Oh, wait. This is a little bit scary. The wall breakers are putting in work. If I don't clone this, do I lose? I need to clone this. He doesn't have Zap. Going to lose to a raged up Lumberjack? I don't think he can stop that. I don't think he can. Golem Clone at its finest. Pure stupidity always wins. At least like 70% of the time when it's a 3-crown race, you'll have an advantage. After that win, we're 9,700 in the world. All right, it's time to keep rolling. So you guys already know the deal with Golem in the back. You just cycle it and you spam, and it's pretty brainless. This is like the one strategy that infuriates anyone whenever they lose against it, because you just know that the person playing it is probably worse than you, and they're still winning. So he's going to go for a bowler, which is really good for us because now he's, you know, wasting 5 elixir because the splash damage that he probably wants. He's also going to eat a lot of damage from the Lumberjack. I could do a -1 trade and go for bats to finish off the bowler so I don't lose my entire tower here. Probably worth it. Sometimes he's just all in, but I think at this point, if he goes in for a zap, I'm not going to respond. If he goes in for a hunter, I'm also not going to respond. I think it's all good.
Bye, have a great time.
Giant Skeleton isn't a card that you see too often anymore. It's interesting to see it here. Baby Dragon's able to finish off the bomber, so I'm not going to spend any much more elixir there. I think, oh, wow. He's actually got Fisherman. He's running the old school deck that just got a huge nerf with Mirror. Oh, no. Wait. You put in Poison and you took out Mirror? I got it. I can't deal with this right now. My little brain is in some serious pain. At least the Fisherman's out of cycle, and at least the Giant Skeleton isn't going to give him as much value as he was hoping for. Maybe we can Lumberjack here and then go in for a Golem at the river. We're up a lot of elixir, so we're just going to catapult all of our spam at him and then pray that it's successful, because that's kind of how the deck works. Defend with bats, defend with your cheap elixir cards, and then when you're up elixir, you spam everything that you have at your opponent and then hope it works out. He's not going to be back to poison, so I think I still can clone this up. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we'll have to wait and see. I guess I'm not going to go for a clone just yet. I'm going to go for bats first, and then I'm going to go clone, because I want to be able to get a lot of death damage on the tower. And I know that the bats are going to stockpile up, kind of like a scuffed Mother Witch and Night Witch. It's just spamming so much stuff. Are you serious? We just broke through that? We were able to kill through Zappy's Bomber and Giant Skeleton. It didn't even matter. That's brutal. So it's a high likelihood that he graveyards me. We'll have to wait and see if that's going to be the case. I'm better off Baby Dragon in here so we can kill the Bomber with the tower, so that's good. Maybe I can go in for like a Lumberjack and a... No, I'm not going to do that anymore. I wanted to. It didn't make sense anymore. I think I'm going to go for a Night Witch. If he goes in for a graveyard, he's going to poison immediately, so I'm not going to go for a Skeleton Army yet. Wait, what is he doing? A graveyard by itself and not poisoning is going to die to a Lumberjack in my tower, so that was a terrible graveyard placement too. Wait, I can maybe defend this. Said no Golem player ever. This is awesome. For once in my life, I'm actually defending. It's a miracle. I'm going to go bats here on top of that, and then he's going to try to go in for like a poison or something, or he's going to graveyard on the other side. I guess I just go for a Lumberjack, and I arrows it. Lumberjack attacks really fast. I'm not going to give him too much poison value, so I'm not cycling anything else. It looks like with 12 seconds remaining, he can't break through. There's nothing he can do. Yo, Golem Clone defense OP, apparently. I'm going to go in for a skeleton army, and we're going to make sure that his hunter locks onto that. And I'm going to go for bats around, and we're going to just drive him batty. It's beautiful, guys. Another win, and for the first time ever, I've actually defended with Golem Clone instead of just going all in. But when you play against a poison, bowler, hunter deck with Fisherman, you don't really have the luxury of trying to take another tower if you're lucky enough to get one. And after clutching up in that one, we're 7,700 in the world. So you guys already know the deal. I'm kind of just wishing I had my Golem in my starting hand and wondering why the world is conspiring against me. It is what it is. Sometimes when you're a skillful Golem Clone player, you just don't get the hand you want. It be how it be. And I would love to cycle a Night Witch in the back, but I also don't have that. So I'm kind of chilling with a Lumberjack that's going to get right on top of the Royal Giant way faster than I would want. But it is what it is. Maybe he's going to go in for a Fisherman and make a prediction. So I want to go Skeleton Army and stop that. Hey, who said Golem Clone was low skill? Well, I did, but that's a good play to be able to shut that down and force out the log and make him a little bit more frustrated. Had a garbage starting hand, but you can't control Clash Royale sometimes. Sometimes Clash Royale is the dog that walks you. All right, Fisherman's out of cycle, so I'm going to go Golem in the back. And he might Royal Giant on the other side. I don't really care. It's going to all in him and see how it happens, because his Electro Spirit is out of cycle. So even if he activates King Tower with the Fisherman and he goes Royal Giant on the other side, I think we just all in him and win the game. Maybe I'm sounding really stupid and crazy, but this is the way that I play Clash Royale sometimes. Okay, so he's going to Lightning on me. I think that was a good play on his end. I can't be 100% sure, but I think it was. All right, so I'm going to go in for a clone afterward. Maybe we can get value here. 2 baby dragons equals double the dominance. If the baby dragon's behind the Golemite, it's going to do a ton of damage. So you guys might be wondering why I cloned up a baby dragon, a singular baby dragon. Well, there's your answer. It did work. Okay, so no log and no Electro Spirit in cycle. He's going to end up having Fisherman in cycle. So if I go in for a Golem, likely not going to be successful. But the Skeleton Army will give us a lot of value if he goes in for a Royal Giant. So I'm just going to cycle my Lumberjack. It sucks doing this. I could have also went for Bats too, but I think he's maybe got Mother Witch with the deck. I don't remember. So I don't really want to mess with it too much if he's got Mother Witch. Probably better for us to play a little bit more passive and then get our value that way. So I'm going to go Night Witch. Should be able to kill everything here. He's going to Electro Spirit. Hopefully it doesn't chain onto all my stuff. Yeah, really well played. He makes a prediction log. You know, you're not too clean with it though, man. You're not too clean with it. The Skeleton Army is going to shut you down. Let's go. So now we can go for our Golem in the back and have a big push going. You know, for once in our lives, we get something. We get. Why are you ruining everything nice, man? Why gotta be that way? I'm gonna go Bats so we can stop it from getting like 3 hits on my tower. Hopefully only 1. Okay, cool. 2. Dang, those Bats weren't worth then. Wait, we got the Electro Spirit out of him earlier. Wait, maybe this is fine. We gotta go clone before he lightnings and screws me over is what I was gonna say, but he already did that. Okay, he's gonna pull the clone, I think. Oh, no, he didn't pull the clone, but it doesn't matter. If I just go for another Lumberjack, I think this cloned up stuff is just gonna screw him over. I think it's possible for him to stop this. Wait, can I Skeleton Army in the middle? Like, when you take the tower, a lot of times you can just Skeleton Army in the middle and then take the other tower. Because if they don't have an Electro Spirit or something to chain onto everything, it's really hard to defend this. Or they get 3 crown. There's just, like, so many different situations that you can pull this off, and it feels fantastic. So I'm going to go in for another Night Witch here, and I think I'm going to go in for a Golem in the middle, and I'm going to Skeleton Army him afterward. I'm so toxic! But, you know, it's part of the game. It's the way Clash Royale intended it to be, I think. I'm gonna let the Fisherman do its thing, and the Fisherman's out of cycle, so then I can go in for a Golem, and then I can go Skeleton Army again, and this is what I was talking about before. I think this is literally like the best strategy that you can do with the deck when you're up. It's super, super tough to defend. I think the Bats on the other side might just screw him over, and if not, then I can go in for a clone with this Golem and then get too much damage with the Bats. So as you guys can see, I don't think that Golem Clone is very fun to play against for anyone. Anyone that's played against this deck is having like a bad time every time. Okay, so he's going to go for Royal Giant. He kind of has to. He's forced into it. He's going to Lightning on top of the Lumberjack and also the Night Witch probably. And then we just go Golem and drop our Skeleton Army in the middle. And then it's like, you know, you think your Royal Giant can do a lot of damage and do work when it's in the middle all by itself. But nothing can do better than this. And if you go for Fisherman like I expected you to do, we just go in for the Skeleton Army again. And we win the game. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Spam your Golem, and it's easy. GG, bro. I feel a little bit bad playing this deck, but our opponent had Electro Spirit, Hunter, and also Fisherman, so I think he had an okay matchup there. So after that one, we are 6,800 in the world. Let's get it. So this guy doesn't have a clan. He probably doesn't have any friends, but he's going to have a Golem right in his face. So I want to go and cycle to that as soon as I can. So I'm going to cycle my Baby Dragon in the back. The Night Witch is integral to your Golem push because you stack up a lot of Bats with it, and you clone it, and you get value from it. The Baby Dragon, it can be in clone pushes. It can also not be in clone pushes. You don't need it. So as long as we can finish off the tombstone as well, because the baby dragon's able to fly over the river and get more value from that perspective, that's why I like to cycle it more often. Also, the baby dragon's going to lock on the tower. Does he know that? Oh, yeah, he definitely knows he's playing against a golem deck. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing that. He has so many freaking bats. What is he doing? Why is he letting me stack up so many bats? He's going to lose the giant skeleton. Are you kidding me right now? Homie just lost his giant skeleton to a single Night Witch, and he lost all of his defensive pressure. Okay, the only difficulty right now is homie is likely going to end up having a fisherman. So I need to get a really good push and pull with my clone, so then he pulls the wrong thing. Or I could go for a skeleton army and make sure that he pulls that instead. Ah, he's got baby dragon. All right, well, that's different as well. I think that's fine. I'm going to go Night Witch as soon as I can so I can get bats behind that and then augment my golem to get more value. Okay, he's going to fireball me. All right, that's not that big of a deal. Arrows in me hurts a little bit more, though, man. That hurts my feelings. Okay, so arrows and fireball completely eliminates our push. I can't do much more than that, but he also overcommitted with tombstone, arrows, fireball. He dropped everything he had. He dropped the whole 9 yards at me, unloaded all of his elixir bag. Okay, I can skeleton army at the river right now. You haven't shown any Night Witch or Mother Witch, so I think that we can just release the skeletons. It's going to be hard for you to defend. I think you go Giant Skeleton or Skeleton King. Yeah, I mean, you're still going to take a lot of damage. Look at that. The skeletons are swarming him. The Skeleton King can't command his skeletons. Yo, you're losing touch of reality, Skeleton King. I thought you had the kingdom all sorted for you. Okay, the only bad thing about this is I think the Skeleton King's going to give him a lot of damage if he goes in for the second, like, mini little graveyard that he could. Oh, he doesn't click the ability. It's really whack. I'm surprised. All right, one thing that I'm going to do is because the Fireball's out of cycle, I'm going to cycle my Night Witch. I'm going to go Golem at the river. And I know that this is an aggressive play, but it's the play that I need to do today. He could go for an Inferno Dragon, but it would go right into bats, right? And because he doesn't have Fireball, I think I can go in for a clone and get a lot of value. So his Fireball is going to be another like 2 cards away, so he's going to arrow first, and then I think he's going to Fireball. But, I mean, you don't have the luxury of Fireballing early, so that, like, oh my gosh, Lumberjack and the Golem clone? Dude, are you serious? No way, we just broke through an Inferno Dragon Giant Skeleton Tombstone deck with Fireball and arrows. Arrows, I tell you. It still wasn't enough. If he goes in for a graveyard right now, we're going to be able to kill the giant skeleton quickly with the skeleton army. And it's hilarious that the skeleton army disperses so far that even if he makes a really good play like a fireball, and they do make an outplay potential, and they should get the giant skeleton on the tower, it doesn't matter. This deck has just got so much room for error and more room to make your opponents frustrated. Whoa, Clash Royale, you're giving me someone way lower than us in trophies. If I lose this game, I'm going to lose a bajillion. And I'm running Golem Clone, so this deck is always about aggression, so I can't really control the flow of the game. Just kind of have to roll with it. Got to swim with the currents out here. So this is Logbait. All right, this is going to be a tougher matchup because he's going to end up having the Mighty Miner ability to deal with all of our spam. I got to go Skeleton Army in the middle. I kind of go split it, so if he goes and clicks the ability, he's not going to be able to get as much value, right? So we're going to be able to kill most of his stuff. He's not going to be able to click the ability because he's going to go right into a Night Witch as well and then skeletons. So I guess it's chill. It is what it is. If he goes Dark Goblin, I will arrow it. I need to arrow it every single time. It's the most annoying card. That and Princess are the 2 cards that you want to get rid of. If I go in for a Golem, it's going to get shredded right now. But I have to, right? I don't have any other play. I don't have Night Witch in cycle, and I can't will my card cycle to be good. It's just, it be how it be, and it is garbage. Why is he Dark Goblining there? Oh, he's got Goblin Drill. That was a different deck. No, this is so good because I can bats. I can clean everything up with bats. 5 elixir. It's absolutely down the drain, or all of his elixir is down the drain. I don't even know how much that was. It was too much for me to count. Anyway, maybe we can go in for a cloned up spam and go in for a baby dragon here. Ah, that's just going to wreck me. He should rocket this if he plays this at all well. I don't think he's rocketing that, though. Can we go in for a cloned up baby dragon and have him squirm? That's not working at all. That's not working. Mission abort. Eat the Dark Goblin and pray that we find a way. I'm actually stressed for the first time today with this deck because we are playing against a definitely difficult, really hard counter. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, I think that Skeleton Army is not going to be the play immediately. Always want to wait when your opponent knows that it's in cycle. He also dropped the log and telegraphed it a little bit too soon, in my opinion. I can now adjust my card cycle to finally have a Golem in my hand with the Night Witch, which is fantastic. We know he's going to Mighty Miner as soon as he possibly can, so I'm going to let this tower roll if he goes for it. Not going to defend it. I can't. That's why I'm trying to go towards our healthier tower, because if he takes this tower, then I, at least can maybe fight in a 1-1 situation. I can Lumberjack if you drop it in front, so I'm going to roll with that, I guess. Lumberjack is able to defend, so it forces out more elixir from our opponent. I'm going to go Baby Dragon, and I'm going to arrow on everything, because it is able to hit everything, fortunately. He might rock it.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I
don't know what this guy's up to. Yeah, he's going to rocket, so hopefully we can push some of the stuff away. Let's go! He wasn't able to hit it because the clone pushed it away from the rocket because rocket has such a small radius, and he goes Dark Goblin at this river? Why is he driving Dark Goblin at the river? Because I protected my tower, I might have a chance of winning right now. I'm just going to keep spamming. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Please pray. Pray for me. Pray for me, guys. Pause the video and pray. I don't care. Let's go. So he's going to go Goblin Drill, and I don't think it's going to be able to break through. Rocket does 591 damage, so he needs a lot more than that. I think he just gave up. Nope, he's going to go Goblin Drill. He's going to go Goblin Drill, and he can't rocket me out. He can't do it. No, he can. It's going to take my tower. I just let that roll. Sometimes when you know that your opponent's going to take tower, it's not worth it spending extra elixir there. So you're just going for the Golem clone strategy. And then you say, what's up? You say, what's good? You clone up the little Larrys and you give them the big scary. Let's go. I think that was actually pretty smart of me to know that the tower is gone and then going Golem clone in the middle. Even though it's a skillless strategy, I did think that one out. And only 26 trophies from that win. I think this man's going to change his clan to We Hate Golem Clone. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.